Mark's gospel. Mark's gospel, because Mark was a Jew, wasn't he?
Yes, yes.
But at the same time, he was the apostles' companion, wasn't he?
St. Peter's scribe. Some say that Mark was listening to Peter's preaching, who gave this whole gospel when preaching in Rome, maybe at Antioch as well. But he would asked St. Peter if he could write this down so that it's preserved. And Peter gave his permission. And so the gospel came from that. Mark, no doubt, did other investigations as well, but that seems to be the key thing. Of course, from my point of view, believing that Matthew wrote first, Mark would have taken the structure that Matthew had created and combined Peter's preaching with what Mark had written and produced his own gospel that way.
Because it was Peter himself who pronounced who Jesus was.
Yes.
That was the kernel of the relation to Peter.
But Peter's modesty meant that St. Mark didn't put in his gospel the section of chapter 16 where Jesus tells Peter, I give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Only St. Mark has that. St. Peter was not willing that the Gospel of Mark contains that, because it's making Peter seem more exalted than Peter wanted to seem. That's one theory.
Yeah, but that was enough when in St. Mark's Peter says, you are the Christ.
Yes, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God.
Yeah.
Definitely that's in Mark, but then Jesus' affirmation of Peter as the keeper of the keys is in St. Matthew. Of course, in St. Luke, Peter is the one who is to feed the sheep. So it's the kind of equivalence, in different context. So yeah. So I think that we, if we can show, as I hope I've shown, that Mark's gospel is full of the deity of Christ, then we have no worries with any false religion, whether it's the Muslims, the Jehovah's Witnesses, the rabbinic Jews, any of these guys that want to say that there's any part of the Bible that suggests that we've invented the idea that Jesus is God. They just have no leg to stand on.